Y'all, we just got done. Courtney gave them the heat.
Okay. Period and goodbye.
Period and goodbye.
I got to go.
You got to go. Listen, you were on your phone the whole time.
Okay.
So, but listen, I got appointments. I got to get to my clients. I don't have time for this.
Yes.
Oh, but it was so good. It was so good, and we got a lot of life lessons out of it.
Absolutely.
All right, toodles. So when it comes down to teaching, one of the major elements or one of the pieces that make teaching effective is relationships. Not only the relationship with the student, but the relationship with parents. And we have to know how to maneuver those relationships. That's what today is about, figuring out how to have those tough conversations. Yeah. Okay. So we're here for our parent-teacher conference. How are you feeling, Emily?
I'm feeling good. I'm a little nervous.
Just a little?
Just a little.
Okay. How you feeling?
I'm nervous.
You're nervous? What do you have? Like you have artifacts for parents?
Yeah, it's all on my computer.
Oh, it's on the computer. You don't know what it is?
Oh, I don't want to go ahead and say it.
They don't know what it is.
Well, I have a bathroom log and a report on the student.
I'm here. I don't know what to expect, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, I put random names. I don't know. Like one of them's a
I don't know. He used.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift as a name.
I put random names. I think there's.
What else do you have on there? Let's see.
I wrote Harold Styles is somewhere.
Harold Styles.
Just for you, Emily. Sam Smith. Ivy's my cat's name. I had to put her on there. Leo's my other cat's name. I had to put him on there.
So crazy. Oh my god. I can't believe I told her. I her before it all. It all happened. Alright. Oh, should we write like. Yeah, it doesn't matter. The clutch.
I actually went to school.
I just like random first names and last names, and I was like, you know what, these are gonna go together.
No, I was watching private practice. I said, okay.
I was like, let's look at my Snapchat list. Who do I always name these people?
I used your last name. Oh.
I almost used
Start off with how she is as a student. Bring up her overall performance in class, how she does on tests, her overall behavior, not just the little stuff that kind of popped out from time to time.
Yes.
And on the phone, the mother sounded very concerned that this was a reoccurring event, and we didn't let her know at the beginning. So we just want to let her know that this is just stuff that we saw happen, and it was out of her character. So that's why we wanted to have a conference, so we knew what was going on with her.
I feel like we should say the second incident was like recent, which is why we called her, because we saw that like, okay, well, this is the second time she's messed with another child, so it is time to bring it to your attention. Because after one time, okay, she could have a bad day, we don't need to bring it up to the parent, but now we're
But should we have an incident in every classroom? Because
I
You
don't
didn't do
think
it?
we should do one in every classroom, because then it's gonna be like, oh, okay, like this has happened 4 times and you haven't said anything to me.
Gotcha.
So like, okay, this is the second time, we don't want it to keep occurring.
So I have like a brief report of grade improvement. You can see that went from, in the first report, the full report, went from below passing, and we're up to a B average right now in the second report. And so I think it's important to highlight that. And as you said, we do have the behavior report as well. It wasn't anything that was super extreme, nothing that warranted a visit to the principal or anything, but you know, it's still something, yeah, worth noting.
And then, so for the events, like, in our notes, I know we said that she kind of isolates herself in group activities. And when we were on the phone, her mom said, you know, if she's passing, why does that matter? How do we want to approach that one?
Oh, that's what I meant to pull up.
All right, guys, now it's time to meet the parents. Well, not those parents. Here's my friend. Her name is Courtney. She is a hairstylist and makeup artist, and she's going to be our parent today. Her name is Miss Lindo, the acting name, and her daughter's name is Keisha Patterson. All right, y'all, so I'm here. with one of the parents. It's Courtney. So Courtney has a daughter that's been accused of bullying, but she's really smart. And then one of the major facts too is that she tends to change her pants whenever she, like in the middle of class and stuff. And there's a growing concern about that on behalf of the teachers. And so we're here to talk about it today, aren't we?
We sure are.
How do you feel about them accusing your child of being a bully?
Oh, I'm not tolerating that. My child is not a bully.
We got to get to the bottom of this today, correct?
Absolutely.
Help her get past this because, like you said on the phone, she's a really good student. So she's been doing really well in all of her classes. Her grades have improved and they keep improving. But like we said, there's just a few behavior issues that we've kind of noticed that we just wanted to bring to your attention. So Mr. Hurt's gonna go ahead with some stuff that he.
Yes, ma'am. So I am her ELA teacher, and you can see here, it's just the first two reports of this 9 weeks. You can see the white bar represents the full report, so that would be final grades, and then the shaded bar represents mini reports, which are just smaller assessments, tests, and things of that nature. And as you can see, they have both drastically improved from the first report to the second. The white bar went from just below 60% to up to 80, so that's go from essentially not failing to a B average in class, and that's always good. And same with the mini reports, it went from.
At this point, Miss Tyndall's starting to get just a little bit heated. I'm sure you can feel it.
Of this whole entire meeting because I got stuff I could do.
I'm sorry. Well, as it was kind of apparent over the phone, you really care about your child, and so do we. So we just want to see what is going on because this is this is the first time we've seen it. So we want to get to the bottom of it before the school decides to take any major repercussions. We want to be the first. We're not placing the blame on your child. We're just reading.
We're having a whole meeting about my child right now.
We're having a meeting because there were other incidents, but this report.
Well, what are the other incidences? Because again, on what days are these things happening? And then we are almost at the end of this quarter, and you guys are just now choosing to have a meeting with me about my child. I don't understand.
I understand that, but the reason we're having this meeting is because these problems have just arrived. This is not something that's been happening over the course of the semester. They just came up, which is why we wanted to have this meeting. They just came up. And we didn't, it's not something that's been building up. They literally happened last week. And we decided that we wanted to have this conversation with you before it kind of got further.
So what did you do with?
What educators she may have told.
No, I don't know all of the teachers that she interacts with and the other administrators that she may come in contact with. But again, when my child has told me that she has been bullied and that kids pick at her and that I told such and such, and y'all ain't doing nothing about it. And then you wanna have a meeting with me and pull me away from my job over some foolishness that just started happening a week ago, last week. I'm not understanding why we're just now getting to this place.
Have you reached out to the school about your daughter's incidents of bullying?
I have.
And so again, we will definitely be better about asking, being more direct in our questions and making sure we're able to meet the needs of our students.
And don't let me know anything that's happened days ago. If something is going on with my child and y'all decide to detain her for lunch or whatever, ISS, I don't care what it is, y'all call me because I handle my child how I need to. But don't wait no days and no weeks to contact me about my kid. If there's something that happens today, I need to know today so I can handle it on my end as well.
And I understand that, and I think it's fair to say that we would like that to request the opposite direction. Anything that Keisha's experiencing that she's bringing to you, that you think affects her in the class, that she is telling you, that you think is hindering her education, we would just like to be a part of that. So
well, it ain't hindering her education because she popping, okay? Her grades are well, so.
And while grades are one aspect of how a student does in school, socially is also another factor. So if she can't interact socially,
My child interacts perfectly fine with other children when we were at church and with her cousins, my nieces and my nephews. My child acts fine with other children. It's probably just the children that she's encountering while she's in school.
Yes, ma'am, but we also have to understand that when Keisha gets older, when she goes out into the
That's my,
she's
no.
not
No. That is my responsibility. Like I said, while she is in your care, y'all do what y'all supposed to do. I handle Keisha when she ain't in school. And when she becomes an adult, that is my responsibility, that's my child. So we can leave that at that. We talking about while she in your classroom.
Okay, well, we'll move on to the next thing, which is.
Y'all said we was done. I'll have a conversation with Keisha, but if my child has to use the bathroom, she has to use the bathroom. And then obviously, if you've noticed, it's at the same time, she's consistent. So that means if it's after breakfast and you saying it's in the morning time.
Yes, but she's also consistently missing instruction. Did you guys have anything else to add?
Primarily just didn't want anything to persist and you come with questions as to why you weren't alerted or why we didn't sit down and converse with you. And if we're noticing patterns of behavior, something as simple as a restroom, as going to the restroom, we just didn't, if it does get to a point where it hinders her education.
She was so over me. Okay. I know I was
So what did you learn?
Today I learned that tone, body language, and just managing your emotions is very important when you're dealing with parents, especially when you're talking to them about their students and how they're doing in class. Just being aware of how you come across.
Okay, we're already going. Okay, so I learned today that you really need to allow the parent to know that you're there to support them, and that you should really start out by telling them, hey, like, we're here to support you. We want the best for you. We want the best for your students. So you want to start out with a really positive thing about your children, and then negative, and then positive again.
I'm gonna brush my hair.
Today I learned, that not all parents are going to show up to the meetings, and sometimes they can have a lot of stuff going on at home that can affect the child in the class. That's not just them acting out.
Ms. Belgrave here, principal of Fairforest Middle School. It was a pleasure having Dr. Lee and his students come over this morning. As a proud alumnus of USC Upstate, I'm looking forward to having more of your students here. And
They need jobs too.
Absolutely, and we'll have them.